People, welcome to another edition of that finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. Me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. This Super Saturday of SuperCard. It's not so super, I'm getting a bit... And why am I getting a bit... We're 10 days into Season 5 now. 10! Count them. 10 days into Season 5. November 14th it kicked off. Here we are, November 24th. We've had a Road to Glory. We've had a Team Ring Dommy Dim Dom. We're now on another Road to Glory. Let's just take a quick look to see where I'm at. And I am grinding away on 2 pointers on Big Bo right now. I've had to employ the specially compiled team of youngsters to try and get me through the grind. Obviously using my 2 best support cards there as well, covering all stats. But yeah, I'm 2 pointing my way through Big Bo. And obviously I'm trying to get, just you in the middle there, trying to get Rusev. No way I think I'm going to get DB because we're here sort of early Saturday evening UK time, so I just don't think I'm going to have the time, what with other commitments too. But as some of you know, I've got Rusev. Anyway, look, I'm still waffling because I'm still so annoyed because 10 days into Season 5, I've been in Gothic tier, and I was Gothic Plus, and it was Gothic Plus Plus. No pulls. No, and you can see I'm playing the game. I am playing the game. Believe me, I've been playing the game. No pulls, no tier pulls whatsoever, which is just flatly ridiculous. And I know there's a lot of you out there on Gothic tier who've had exactly the same experience because you've been sending me your tweets relating your tales of woe and your grievances against the game so far. And really, the only thing I can say is just get out of this tier as quickly as possible. Now, on that note, I'm obviously one of the fortunate ones. I did a pack opening at the start of Season 5, which hopefully you've watched by now, because I could afford to do that. And I've done something else that's hopefully going to take me out of Gothic tier today, because I've just had enough. But I really feel for those of you who can't afford to spend your pocket money or even your wages on just buying a few packs to try and help nudge you out of this tier. Because it is such a horrible feeling when you know the pulls just aren't coming. Now let's have a look at Deck Editor. As you can see, Gothic Plus Plus, this is the frustration. I've managed to, I'm going to state the obvious here, I've managed to pro Big E and only just started employing him in this current Road to Glory. So he was done fairly recently. I've also done Sarah, so she's pro. She's been done for a little while now, so she's obviously playing a few matches. When I say a little while, sometimes the last 24 hours. So good lineup of females. My momentum slots are taken up, so I've used those. I've even put a few stat boosts on some of these cards just to see if I can nudge it over. Just to nudge it over, and it's not working. But I can't hang around in this tier any longer. It's doing my nutting. It's doing my noggin in. So being in the fortunate position of where, obviously, I have got a bit of cash to spend on a few games, I opened a pack earlier in the hope of getting a shattered card from one of the neon packs. And I'm pleased to say that I was fortunate enough. If we just get onto the filters, let's do it that way. I was going to trainable, I guess would be the quickest way to do it, because I won't have locked him down yet. Jey Uso appeared out of my 1 pack, so I was very fortunate there, but obviously he should muscle in to the male side of my deck and hopefully push me into Neon. If then that's the case, I can go ahead and play for the Neon freebie. I've still got that ladder reward saved up. I don't think I'm going to cash it in yet. I think I will wait until we get to Shattered tier itself. But yeah, the temptation, all through this sort of Gothic struggle, the temptation to do something about it by cashing that ladder reward. Anyway, let's train him up. And see where this leaves us. We'll do it the quick way actually. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's clear these out. Let's go for should I still have a Goliath? I'm just eating into my Goliath Pros. I think Vader's going to bite the dust. Goodbye Vader. It was nice knowing you. It's time to go. Right, let's stat him. Speed and charisma, power and toughness aren't too dissimilar, are they? Well, we'll do the obvious. The question is, do we split that 2 and 1? I say do the obvious. I mean, obviously you've got a few more tokens to play with on the shattered cards. I'm doing what is obvious for me. Oi, 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 I'm sorry, speaking Welsh. I always do the top 2 stats, whatever the card is. I always do its top 2 stats to the max, and then decide whether to split between the other 2 or whether to just give it over to one. I tend to, with the lower cards within a tier, I tend to just concentrate on the 3 stats, because it's pointless trying to split it, because your 3rd stat's unlikely to be too competitive, so you might as well make that as strong as possible and just ignore the 4th stat. And I've never been a fan of sticking a token into the ability on the hope that you get a proc. Yeah, if you do get a proc, happy days, but that's just leaving too much to chance in my book. I think I'll just stick with power. We'll stick with power, that'll do. So, the big question, multiple challenges complete, multiple. We like to do things in multiples around here. Let's just claim these. Oh, could I open one of those? We could also open another pack of nonsense. Let's open a pack of nonsense while we're here, shall we? See what nonsense it can dish out for us. I wasn't particularly planning to do this, but here we go. Yay! Woohoo! Woohoo! And those flipping turkey things, again, I've had 7 of the 8 that you need virtually since the end of day 1, and just it's the chicken leg that I'm missing. Can I get it? Or turkey leg, whatever it is. I don't care about it. That's annoying me as well. There's all these things that are annoying me. Anyway, let's get into deck editor. Well, I'd have been surprised, very surprised, if I hadn't hit neon after that. So we can now go ahead and get the neon card. But just before I do that, let's just see if I can get the one thing that I need for this flipping gobbledygooker. Cranberry sauce. I've got so many cranberry sauces. So many cranberry sauces. Clear those. So as you can see, I've only got the one mashed potato. I like mashed potato. It's a shame that. And you can see I've got plenty of the others, but just missing the one vital ingredient. So it doesn't look as if I'm going to be adding a Gothic Pro gobbledygooker to my collection. It'd be nice to get the single just for the catalogue, but anyway, I digress. I think what I'm going to do with this is, I won't bother watching the ad, I'll do that later. You don't want to see an ad on camera, do you? It's far too boring. Let's do a Road to Glory, and hopefully collect the neon that way, and if I'm lucky, get a Neon Pro, and just now break this cycle of not getting a tier pull. Flipping heck, it's been a bind. An absolute bind. Yeah, so 2-pointing my way from here on in. I had to start doing 2-pointers about 10 points ago, so it's fairly new, I have to admit, to what I'm doing. And if you're not sure what I'm doing here, you've not seen this before, I'm sure you're all aware of it by now, but if you get to the stage where you can't win any matches at any level, you just put, it used to be uncommons you would put in, now just get yourself a team of hardened cards in there. What I tend to do is take hardened cards and just pro them, but not powered up anyone's stats. I've not fed any cards into them, but just pro them, and that tends to give you a slight advantage if you do come up against someone who's done something similar. But then it's just a case of, it's the grind. The grind is on, the grind is real. The grind is happening now here at BadLadDad HQ for the next 36 hours. Depending on how things go, I mean, I'm planning on having an evening in, watching films and football and stuff, and I'm sinking a couple of beers while I'm doing this. The plan is obviously to try and get Rusev, which will take a bit of time. If I manage to get him by early afternoon Sunday, I'll maybe have a crack at Daniel Bryan as well, albeit it's very doubtful that I will be in the right frame of mind, or indeed a right tier, to try and get a pro Daniel Bryan from Ring Dommy Dim Dom next week. But having him as a single card, as you can see, single, did I say Goliath? Shattered, I meant. Did I say Goliath? Oh, I've got a thing at the moment, I'm getting all my tiers mixed up. I've been playing this game for too long. 4 and a bit years. Gets to you after a while. Yeah, for the shattered Event Pro, it's not going to happen because I won't be in shattered tier. I wouldn't have thought for Ring Dummy Dim Dum, not that quickly. Not unless I get extremely fortunate with the freebie that I'm going to pull here. And then obviously if I get a tier pull fairly quickly. I don't want concentrating too much on that. I'm already 8-0 up. Just sort of different thoughts going through my head. Oh, don't forget, Sub of the Week. I shall be announcing a new Sub of the Week every Monday. And the first winners in Season 5 were Joey Augusto and Gemma T. So well done to them. But their names will be disappearing soon. Sorry to see you go, guys, because I shall be picking a new Sub of the Week. But the way I'll do that is I've got 1 or 2 people in mind from the week with various tweets and messages left on the YouTube pages down below and what have you. But it's not too late to send me something that's either amusing or interesting or making a point that I think is useful for other people that I will then pass on in the videos. So it's just a bit of fun, basically. It doesn't involve any money. You don't have to pay out anything. You don't have to do anything drastic. You just got to entertain me. Entertain me with your comments. Come on, be my court jesters. Come and entertain me. Right, here we go. Got 12 picks. See what we can get here. I was just having a tier pull. I haven't seen that tier pull animation since November the 14th. Did you know that? Have I mentioned that before? So, don't deny me now. Don't make me go through this several times, will you? Is this going to be it? I've got to wait on a network before it will show it to me. Waiting on a network. No, that's not going to be it. Come on, please. Please don't mess Big Jim about. Here we go. Whew, I haven't seen that animation for 10 days. That is a pro. I'm pretty sure that's a pro. I'm pretty sure Apollo is a pro Apollo. I don't want to get too excited because it's been so long. It's been so long. Let's have a look. Let's just go and have a look and check in my cards. In my cards. Filters. I'm getting used to the filters, I have to say. I'm quite enjoying using the filters now. So where are we? It'll be down the bottom. Smiling from the bottom of the tier. There, I bet you haven't powered him up though. Oh, that's not too bad. I've been working on him for a bit. It's not too bad considering he's down below a lot of the cards that I collected in that tier. Well, let's lock him down. Oh, I'm feeling good about life now. I'm feeling a bit more positive. I've got myself a Neon Pro. I've got myself into Neon Tier. And I'm still 2 pointing away through Road to Glory. What shall I do? Shall I just do an auto on Road to Glory on Edit Deck? I mean, it's not going to make that much of a big difference. I wouldn't have thought having Jey Uso in. Let's have a look. Let's do it. Still in Gothic Plus. It's not going to make a difference. Let's just try and play a game. Let's just see if we can play a 6-pointer. I doubt it, but what the hell? You've got to try these things, haven't you? Now and again. You've got to try these things. Just before I disappear. All right. I'm sorry to feel the shackles have been pulled off. Now, of course, I won't get a neon pull for about 3 weeks. But and I know that some of you will say, well, Cat Daddy, you've managed to force you to do what they've been trying to do by withholding those pulls. You've gone and bought some more packs, Jim, haven't you? I guess sort of technically, yes I have, but then I wouldn't have got out of the tier for some flipping time had I not had the original pack opening and then the pack I opened today. But well, I'm not going to take you. Let's just have a look at opponents. I'm trying to look for someone who, oh, that's Neon Tier. I'm looking at the 6-pointers. I'm trying to look for someone who is in Gothic but isn't Gothic Plus Plus. Because if they are, I think I'm going to struggle. Ah, that's Neon as well. No, it's not going to be kind to me, is it? Well, let's give that a go. I bet you they'll have about 6 or 7 Neon Pros on the go. And I suppose I should set up a King of the Ring now. I've been holding back on King of the Ring thinking I'm going to get myself out of Neon. I've been thinking about buying that pack all day. Seriously, I was getting that wound up by things. I guess it's when you've got time sitting at home, these things brew inside you. And you're like, right. Yes, I'm fully expecting to see some pretty nasty opponents coming out in this match. Okay, so lulling me into a full sense of security there with an early win or 2. If I win this 6-pointer, it's going to be like, oh, hang on, I might be able to do this. So I'll probably 4 or 5-0 up and then lose 7-5. That'll be the way. It'll entice me in that way. Well, we are compatible there. That's quite handy. That's quite handy. Big E coming into play. Okay, 3-0. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Not compatible with my one of my 2 shattered cards. Yes, okay. That's 1 down. Female tag team. Not going to knock each other out, but equally not going to gain points. Oh dear, these long weekend slogs. Okay, this is going to feel like 3 wins in 1 if I actually pull this one off. I think it's obvious what I need to do there. Okay. Sound like Mr. Mackey off South Park. Okay. Come on, Sarah. Oh, buonasera. 5-2. Come on. I've got a feeling. Don't hit me with your Money in the Bank specials. How many of you were hoping to get a shattered card from Money in the Bank, and then they just stuck neons down, didn't they? It was a bit harsh. Right, Mel Solo, toughness, charisma. Who do we sacrifice someone here? I guess we'll stick in the Rudester. Yeah, thought that was going to be a defeat. It's all about the tag team, really, isn't it? So it's going to have to be stick Joey Boy in. Oh, it's Joe v Joe. Joe v Joe, and the wrong Joe wins. 5 apiece. Here we go. Right, at least these boys are compatible. Okay. So, that's 6 points. Just got myself 3 wins in 1. So I think I'll have another little go at that. It's nice to see those neon card backs in place now instead of the shattered card backs. There don't seem to be so many images as I was expecting in the hardened and elites. There seem to be not so many cards knocking around, so you're seeing the same faces cropping up an awful lot. So there we have it. Neon achieved, albeit through financial fiscal means. It's got me through finally into Neon Tier and away from that Gothic tier. I really do feel for you guys who are still in Gothic and you haven't had your pull. I have had a couple of people tweet me saying, oh, what's the problem? I've had 4 or 5 pulls. I'm still motoring ahead. It's not a problem at all. I don't know if it was people who were put into Gothic tier when the Season 5 was launched. I don't know if there's some sort of specific thing that happened just to certain people that's affected. But I know the evidence is there, and I need to look through my Twitter feed and, as I say, messages on the comments board down below to see the amount of people who are gnashing their teeth because they're not happy and not getting a pull. Basically, something's wrong. SuperCard keeps saying that nothing's wrong, everything's fine, you should be getting your pulls. The evidence is there. The evidence is there, people, and I'm here to testify. I testify as a Gothic player who's gone from Gothic to Gothic Plus and Gothic Plus Plus over this 10-day period, playing through 3 events, and again, got video evidence to show I've been playing, not a single Gothic pull. Don't know how many resets it's been, but it's been a few. It's been more than 250, I know that. It's probably been more like about 700, but I don't know, maybe someone could go back through the videos and work it out. I don't know. Anyway, there we go, people. That's it for another video. Hope you're having a cracking weekend, regardless of what's going on with SuperCard. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you're from the States, and just hope you're enjoying the fact that it's not snowing here in the UK. For those of you here in London and the surrounding areas. So thanks ever so much for watching. You know what to do. You know the drill. If you like the video, bung a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Why haven't you subscribed? Get subscribing. There's the usual social media. There's Facebook. There's Instagram. There's Twitter. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.